Hello and welcome to Sunday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where my microphone is in a slightly odd place. Excuse me, I'm just going to fiddle with it and tell you that we're going to be having a look at a puzzle called Meta Unique-ish by Fenners today. And Fenners is a constructor I am intrigued by, an Olympic athlete no less, and a phenomenal brain. Every puzzle I've done by Fenners on the channel has been quite beautiful, and this one has been recommended to us not just several times, but also by people like Sudoku, who is a great judge of a puzzle. And Sudoku says that this is really interesting and unusual, and it's a twist on the uniqueness rule that we've seen a bit recently. So in these sort of region constraint type rules, we've seen rules that might say you can't repeat a digit on a white dot. Now in this puzzle, the way I think it works is that you can... Actually, I'm struggling to see a place where I can actually do this. I think it works that you could... Obviously, actually, those two arrow digits are going to be the same, so you can repeat a digit on an individual arrow, but you can't... whatever the digit is on that arrow, you couldn't then repeat it on a different arrow. So once you move to a different version of the same constraint, you have to be using different digits. I'm not explaining that very well, but the rules do explain it in a way that I found very clear, and I have then butchered. So apologies for bowdlerising Fenners' rules. And anyway, I will read you the rules properly, and we'll discover how they work and the correct English to express them together in a moment or two's time. It is still absolutely boiling here, by the way. I've got this sort of small air conditioning unit that I have been relying on this afternoon. It has done a reasonable job. I've just turned it off in order to record. I'm already noticing that I'm starting to perspire, but hopefully this puzzle's got 3 stars out of 5 for difficulty, so hopefully I won't be a complete wreck by the end of it. Now, what other news can I tell you about before we kick off and do some solving today? Tomorrow night at 10 PM UK time, Mark and I are going to be revisiting the Blueprints mansion. Oh, this needs to be a different size, doesn't it? Let's see if I can actually do that. Is that better? It might be. Oh no, I've made it too big now. There we go. Yeah, so we've been absolutely loving our journey through this game, and I know some of you have been enjoying watching. At least I think you have. So yeah, 10 o'clock tomorrow night. I'll try and remember to put a link on the screen. Now on the 1st of July, which is going to be upon us rather sooner than expected, we have got a brand new Sudoku hunt coming, themed on Sudoku worms, which are basically our new app type. We have a whole series of puzzles linked together. It's called Regeneration. It's one of our own concoctions. Make of that what you will. And yeah, we're really looking forward to getting the feedback on it. So that's going to go live at 4 PM UK time on the 1st of July, and the prize, as it is for this month, will be the chance to make a Sudoku video that will appear on the channel. So you'll solve a puzzle with me, hopefully, and we'll record it, and then hopefully it'll appear on the channel. Now I know we still haven't... Oh, something's buzzing at me. Is that Mark? It is, but... Actually, I'm trying to read this. It might be Mark, and Mark's responsible for picking the winner, because the way he knows how Excel works, and I think he's got a random number generator in Excel, so he puts in all the people, and out comes the answer, the winner. But I don't dare rely on what I've just read there, so I will announce it tomorrow. But I think Mark has just picked the winner, yeah, so you'll find out tomorrow. Sorry, that's me babbling on. Mark has been at the something like the World Cryptic Crossword Team Championship this afternoon, and I think he won. I'm not certain. It's all very peculiar. Because he also claims that I might have come second in the individual championship, which was online yesterday, which I don't believe for a moment. Anyway, that's a totally different topic. Now, what else can I tell you about? Oh, I know what we should talk about. Greta. Greta, it's your birthday. You've turned 24 today. I know this because your fiancé, Eamon, wrote to us and thought that you might like a shout out. I hope that's right. I hope you have a brilliant birthday today with, of course, chocolate cake. And I hope that that chocolate cake hasn't been left out in the sun, or it will be as melted as I feel. Oh, now there's a fly that's flown in. Bad fly. Naughty fly. Okay, anyway, let's have a look at Fenners' puzzle. And we'll have a look at meta-unique-ish. The rules are as follows. We've got normal Sudoku rules apply, so we're going to have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Then we have the meta-unique-ish clue, which says no two instances of the same constraint type may share digits. So although digits may repeat on a clue, they may not repeat across different occurrences of that clue type. E.g., if an arrow has the digit X, so say that's X, how can I put an X in? There we go. So if this arrow is an X, X may repeat along that arrow. Well, it certainly can't repeat on that arrow. We can repeat X on that arrow. So let's repeat X there. X may repeat along that arrow, but X may not appear on any other arrow. Yes, so it's what I said before. So if you've put X on a particular arrow, and you could put many X's on that particular arrow, you still can't put any X's on any other arrow. So whatever's in those two cells doesn't go in any of those cells, basically, is the way I interpret the rule. And I hope that's right, or this is going to be a very short video. Now, then we've got a whole list of clue types. We've got quadruples. The quadruples look weird. In an orange circle, the question mark contains the set of all the possibly repeating digits appearing in the surrounding cells. Okay, so the question mark is sort of, so say this contained 1, 2, 3, and 4. Although we can't see it, the question mark would be 1, 2, 3, 4. And if there was a repeat of 3 in there, then the question mark would contain 1, 3, 4. In an orange circle, the question mark contains the set. So something's going on with how digits repeat along question marks, but we're going to have to discover what. Renban, digits on a purple line form a set of non-repeating consecutive digits in any order. So if this square in the corner was a 1, then we would know that this Renban has to contain the digits 2, 3, and 4 as well as 1, because it must be a consecutive sequence. So once there's a 1 on it, you know it's going to have to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Arrows, digits along an arrow sum to the digit in that arrow's circle. So if this was 1, that was 2, and that was 3. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. You'd write 6 into the circle. White dot, that flies. Why, when an insect flies in, does it have to be the noisiest type of insect? Why couldn't it be a silent insect? There is a question. White dots, digits separated by a white dot are consecutive. So if this is a 1, that's a 2. If that's a 2, that can be a 1 or a 3 in order to be consecutive with 2. And then black dots, digits separated by a black dot are in a 1 to 2 ratio, i.e. one digit is double the other. So if this was a oh, hang on, that's not a black dot. sorry. Oh, and we got a 3 in the corner. If this is a 2, this is either a 4, because 4 is double 2, or it's a 1, because 2 is double 1. And that, or they, are all the rules. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now, I get to play. Let's get cracking. I mean, I can see one thing straight away, which is probably interesting. Actually, I've just seen a second thing. Actually, let's do the first thing first then. So the first thing I can see here is related to the black dots. There are 6 black dot digits there. And we obviously can't repeat a digit across any individual black dot because that would break the rules of Sudoku. Like if you put 2, if you put 2 there, you can't put another 2 there. Wouldn't obey the constraint, and it wouldn't work from a Sudoku perspective. So given that we can't repeat digits across those black dots, they are all the possible black dot Sudoku digits, and there are only 6 of those, and that is because the digits 5, 7 and 9 cannot go on a black dot. The way to understand that is to think about, well, if you try and put 5, 7 or 9 on, we know one digit is double the other. So if we halve 5, 7 and 9, we don't get integers. 2.5, 3.5 and 4.5 are not Sudoku digits. And if we double 5, 7 and 9, we don't get Sudoku numbers. We get 10, 14 and 18, and they are too big. So these digits are a 1-2 pair. Yeah, it's quite interesting actually. No jokes. It is interesting. They're a 1-2 pair, there are 3-6 pair, and there are 4-8 pair. So there is a sort of 4th possible pair of black dot digits, and that is a 2-4 pair. But none of these could be a 2-4 pair, because imagine there was a 2-4 pair. We now can't actually finish the other black dots at all, because we couldn't have a 2 or a 4. So one of them could be a 3-6, and the other one would be unfillable, because it couldn't be a 1-2 pair, and it couldn't be a 4-8 pair. So we know that these are 1-2 in some order. We don't know the order. 1-2, 3-6, 4-8. And I've seen a few puzzles with this sort of constraint before. It's not exactly the same, but I am seeing that square, therefore, as being 5, 7 or 9. Because it sees all of these black dot digits. So it must be one of the digits that can't be on a black dot. I'd absolutely love it if that was somehow relevant. I don't know. I'll tell you the other thing I just saw was that there are, I think, 9 pink cells. Now, none of these individual pink cell sequences can contain a repeated digit. So these are the 9 different Sudoku digits. In effect, those 9 cells are an extra region of the puzzle. We could think of them like an extra 3x3 box, although they don't quite look like that. But that's what they are. They are all different digits. I suspect it's going to be these weird question mark clues, but I'm just going to check the arrows as well, because how many arrow clues have we got here? 1. Well, they're the same digit though. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, right. Okay. Oh. Well, how does that work then? Those are the same digit, definitely. And whatever that digit is, let's just colour that in quickly. That digit can't go on any other arrow. So let's say that was a 5. Then no 5s. Those are 4 different digits, definitely. Because these 3 are different, and they're going to sum to that one. You can't put this digit on its own arrow without accompanying it with 2 zeros, which won't work. So those are 4 different digits. That is a 5th digit. 6, 7, 8, 9. So this could be all 9 digits. No, it can't actually. It can't for a mathematical reason. Look at those cells for a second. Now there are 6 different digits there. And imagine they were all different. If those are all different digits, the minimum they could be would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which sum to 21. And that would imply these circles sum to 21. That's impossible. The maximum these could be would be 8 and 9, which is 17. So that tells us that there is a repeat within the orange digits. Well, okay. Now, yeah, okay, but we can only, I see. Sorry, I was wondering whether we could have two repeats, but we can't because the rules of the puzzle say that anything in those three is just not allowed to be in those three by the rules, because that is a different instance of the same constraint. So the only place, or there must be at least one repeated digit, and the only place you can repeat a digit actually is on this arrow, isn't it? And these two can't repeat, they're in the same box of the Sudoku, so that is repeated in that cell. Those are the same digit. And therefore there are 5 different digits among those 6 different digits. Now the triangular number for 5 is 15, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So we're saying that though the minimum that these 5 could add up to, and they are all different, definitely, is 15, plus another green digit is 16 or 17. It can't be anything else, because these cannot add up to more than 17. And we've just worked out they add up to at least 16. So these are either 7, 9 or 8, 9. And there is definitely, I don't want to show that with a corner pencil mark, but it's true. There is definitely a 9 in one of those cells. And the green digit, which is the repeating digit, given that these 5 add up to at least 15, the repeating digit, which we're adding it again to that sum, can't be more than 2. So these are either double 1 or double 2. And the moment this was a 2, these would be 1, 3, 4, 5. And that couldn't be the 1. In fact, here's a weird point. Oh. Yeah, I think this is true. There is a general rule we can apply for 3-cell arrows that might be interesting. Any 3-cell arrow must contain at least 2 of the digits 1, 2 and 3. Because imagine it didn't. Imagine if it only had 1 of the digits 1, 2 and 3. What's the minimum the total would be? Well, it would be a 1. Let's keep the one we select from 1, 2 and 3 to be the least. We could have a 1, a 4 and a 5. That's the least we could make this if it only has 1 of the digits 1, 2 and 3. And 1, 4, 5 is 10. It's not a single digit total. So actually, this arrow cannot have the green digit on it. So it must have 3 on it. And it must have whatever that isn't, if you see what I mean. It must have a 1 or a 2 that's not this. So it can't, because it's got 3 on it, it can't add up to 7. Because 7 would be 1, 2, 4. So it's either, if it's 8, it's 1, 3, 4. And if it's 9, yeah, it's either 2, 3, 4 or 1, 3, 5. Oh, bobbins, I don't know what that means. Sorry, just let me think about this for a second or two. Oh, and okay, here's another different question again. How does yellow fit into all this? Because yellow isn't allowed to repeat in any of these arrow cells. So yellow is in one of those 2 cells in this box. It can't repeat on an arrow, and it can't repeat in its own column. So yellow can't be there, because then yellow would repeat on a different arrow. So yellow is in one of those 2 cells. And yellow is not low, therefore, because we know that those 4 cells contain the digits 1, 2 and 3. So yellow is either 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9. And no, I'm not pencil marking that. And I've not even thought about the weird question marky clues yet. So hang on, the question marky clues. The question mark contains the set of basically all the digits appearing in the surrounding cells, but noting that there could be repeats. Well, there must be repeats, because there are 12 cells. These question mark clues have 12 cells, don't they? And there are only 9 different Sudoku digits. So there's definitely some repeats. Right. Okay, this one can have 1 repeat, I'm going to claim. I don't think it can have 2 repeats. Imagine there were 2 repeats. Let's make them 1 and 2 for a moment. Well, by Sudoku, I've now got to put 1 and 2 in those cells. But I can't. I'm just not allowed to put them in these 2 cells, because they would repeat on a different question mark clue. So I can have 1 repeat on this one. Now this one I think is a bit... Oh, well, that one might repeat on down there. Yes, that's the... Okay, so that one can have 1 repeat because of this question mark clue. This one's the same, look. If we had 2 repeats on this one, it's the same point. You'd have to put 1 of these digits into this question mark clue, which you're not allowed to do. So that could have 1 repeat. That could have 1 repeat, but we must have... So there must be a repeat on this one, at least 1 repeat, because we've got 12 different digits to cater for. So by having 1 repeat, I've still got 11 digits. By having 1 repeat, 10 digits. I still can't fit 10 digits, or I can't make them 10 different digits, can I? Because there are only 9 Sudoku digits. So there must be at least 1 repeat on here. Now, if this one has a repeat, or 2 repeats, how does that work with that one? And the answer is it doesn't really affect it, I don't think. It's a bit strange, but I don't think a repeat there matters for those clues. Oh. Okay, I see what you've done here. You naughty Fenners. Oh, that's very pretty. That's very, very clever. Right, not of me, but I hasten to add, but I do understand what Fenners has done here. Right, this also doesn't have 2 repeats. Now it's a bit more subtle to see this, but it's very pretty indeed. I love that. Right, let's have a general double repeater and then think about why this cannot be true. Now here we're going to have to think about the pink lines to work this out, because we know that red and blue in this box are not in there, because then they'd repeat on a different question mark clue. So they're not there, and they're not in their own column. So red and blue live on a Renban up here, which means they're quite close together. They can't be 1 and 9, because they could be 1 and 4, for example. That would be fine, because they can then live together quite harmoniously on a 4-cell Renban. However, let's admit to ourselves that red and blue are indisputably on this Renban. So can they be on this Renban? No, they can't. Yet, where are we going to put them in box 9? Red and blue can't go in those cells, and they can't go in those cells, so there can only be 1 repeat, because it's going to have to go in that cell. It cannot go on here. So so actually, for a slightly different and I think a beautiful reason, there's 1 repeat maximum down here. There's 1 repeat maximum there for the different reason. There's 1 repeat maximum there, And so there has to be one repeater on every question mark clue in order to reduce the 12 different digits we would otherwise need to the maximum number of different Sudoku digits of 9. And the digit that's repeating here is consecutive. How does this work? It's consecutive with this thing. No, that's wrong. That's a nonsense. No, well, it's sort of, no, it is nonsense. But we do, there is a relationship. This can't be a 1, for example. Because if it's a 1 that's repeated down here, you're going to have 1 on this Renban, which means that this is 1, 2, 3, 4. But you're going to have 1 here, which is meant to be consecutive with a digit that's here. So this would be a 2. But 2's appeared already on this Renban. That's not going to work. So how does that work then? So this is a digit. Let's call it x. X is in a sequence up here. Yeah, so in effect, right, I'm going to look at those cells as a unit. Is that a lovely colour? That is a lovely colour to choose. The purple, the indigo cells I've just highlighted, are 6 consecutive digits. Actually, that means that these... that's it. I've done it. Oh, that's beautiful. This is a sick puzzle. This is a sick puzzle. This is a 1, 2, 3 triple. I'm now going to claim. I think my rationale for that is the following. I think because this repeated digit is here, and therefore within 1 of this digit, and yet this repeated digit is on this sequence, that implies to me, I think it's logical, that the indigo is a continuous string of digits. There's going to be 4 consecutive digits here, and that's going to continue. So this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, this could be 5, 6, or this could be 9, 8, 7, 6, and this could be 5, 4. And actually, it's one of those things is true. Why is it true? Because if this was an internal sequence to the digits 1 to 9, so imagine the digits 1 to 9 laid out in front of us, and let's say that these 6 indigo digits were a middle part of that sequence. So let's say they're 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, if that was true, this Renban would be filled with the digits 1, 8, 9, and they are not consecutive. So this indigo is an extreme set of digits. It's either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or it's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. And that means that this sequence of digits is either 1, 2, 3, or 7, 8, 9. Well, it's not 7, it's not 7, 8, 9, because that would put 4 digits in column 5 selected from just 3 different numbers. That's going to necessarily mean that we have to repeat a digit. So I think what this is all telling us is that this is 1, 2, 3. Now, let me just make sure that I don't make a ricket here with how this works. So I think these digits are therefore, so if this was 9, 8, 7, 6, then this would have to have a 6 repeater on it. So 6 can go there, and this would be 5, 4. But if this was 4, 5, 6, 7, this would have a 7 repeater on it. That would, it's gone backwards. It doesn't work. It's so brilliant. Right. Okay. So there are 2 ways now of this sequencing working. Either this is at the top end of the sequence, and that's what's going to be correct. So I'm going to show you the opposite of that. or this is at the bottom end of the sequence. We know we're selecting these indigo digits from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, if these ones are 4, 5, 6, 7, then these ones are 8, 9, and this is 7. And that's going to break this, isn't it? This is so lovely. It really is very, very pretty. So I think this has to be the high ones. 6 is the repeater down here. 6 therefore goes here. Is that our first digit? Gosh, that's taken me a while. So that's a 6, therefore that's consecutive with 5. That's a 4. That digit's on a black dot. That can't be a 7 or a 9. So this digit is 3 or 4. And now, now we have to think again. Oh, no, that's not true. Oh, yeah, that is true. Okay, so which black dot is 6, 3 is now a question we can ask, because it can't be that one. There is definitely a 6, because there are 2 6s on this question mark. That can't be 6. This can't be 6. That can't be 6 because there's a 6 there. This can't be 6 because of this. So I think this is 6, 3. And therefore we can do a little bit of tidying up there. Now, what, if anything, does that mean? Hang on. What does this... We know that 2 of these 3 digits are 1, 2 and 3. Well, it's not those 2 now, because then I'd have 4 1, 2s and 3s in column 5. So that digit is a 1, 2 or a 3. And one of these digits is 1, 2 or 3. Wait a second. Sorry, didn't see basic Sudoku. Okay, this is great. I'm still going with my basic Sudoku. There's now a 1 or a 2 on here. Okay, look, that's a green digit, definitely. And whatever this digit is, we'll make it... No, purple's a bit hard to see. Let's make it orange. That digit is on that arrow now. Oh, yes, come on. Yes, right. Okay, so the green digit... Well, do you remember we've worked out that every single different digit is around an orange thing? And that on this one there's 1 repeat, on this one there's 1 repeat, and on this one there's 1 repeat. Which question mark contains the green digit? Well, we can see it's not these and it's not these, because these 3 are the same. So the green digit goes down here. It's not the repeat on this one, because the 6 is the repeat. Now, I was going to say, and I'm wrong about this. I was going to say that the green digit has to be down here. I don't think that's true. It could be there and on that side of it. Bobbins. Okay, well, green is down there in one of 3 positions. Sorry. Okay, that's inept on my part. Right. So what do we do next, do you think? I haven't got a Scooby-Doo. I'm going to get stuck again, are we? Okay. The digit that repeats on this one, and we know that there is one such repeater, exactly 1, goes there. So that digit is not... It's not an orange digit because it's going to have to repeat. So it's either those 2 or it is 3. And then 3 would go there. Okay, but it's not 1 or 2. And this digit can't be 6, 7, 8 or 9. So it is 3, 4 or 5. And it is therefore 3. That's lovely as well. This is such a good puzzle. It can't be 4 or 5 repeating because it would go there and it sees those. So sorry, that's probably been obvious to some of you for ages, but it's only just become obvious to me. I've got loads of 3s all of a sudden. So 3's got to be here in box 8. Can't go on the black dot because we've already had one on the black dot. So 3 is in one of those 2 cells, 3 is in one of those 3 cells. It'd be nice if we knew if it was on the white dot there. And 3 is up there as well. 3 is not. 3 is definitely not on the question mark. It's already been on a question mark twice. So 3 is here along with 2 or 4. So 3 doesn't repeat. This is brilliant. So 3 doesn't repeat on a white dot. So 3 goes here. And do we care about that? I am not sure. Do we know what this digit is? We know even if that's a 2, 4, this would have to be, it can't be 3. So this is at least a 4. And it's not 5. It can't, oh, it could be 7 perhaps. If this was double 1, that could be a 7. So that's 4, 6 or 7. And I don't know what we do with that knowledge. And the yellow digit, what do we know about the yellow digit? We know it's not 1, 2 or 3, I suppose. So that's at least 4. It's 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8, I think. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. That's total and utter nonsense. It is a massive digit. It's 6, 7, 8 or 9 by Sudoku because that digit is on that Renban. I didn't see that at all. So it's 6, 7 or 8 then. It can't be 9 because I know one of these is a 9 from what we did earlier. Because of the sum of these arrows. So it's 6, 7 or 8. Now, no, it's not 6. It's not 6 because it's going down there and there's a 6. So it's 7 or 8. It's down here. There's a 7, 8, 9 triple in this column made up of... It's sort of floating because we don't know which of these is yellow. Right, but... Yeah. Okay, so now I'm going to claim that this is a 9 and this is an 8. Now this is a bit mad. This is a bit mad, but forgive me. The reason I think that's true is that now on the arrows we have a 7, 8, 9 triple. Those cells are a 7, 8, 9 triple. So this is not another 7. And look at this arrow's makeup now. It's even. Its total is even. Because whether this could be an odd number, green can be odd, but there's 2 of it on the arrow. That's even. So we've got an even plus an even, because these are going to add to even. So that's even. And that's got to be 8, therefore. So that's 8. This is 7. This is 9. Bizarrely, we don't know whether that's either double 2, 4 or double 1, 6. And okay, and these 2 digits add up to 6, and they are either 1, 5 or 2, 4. I'm sure that I know which. I just need to work out why. Hang on. Does that have to be a 6 now? How many different digits have I got on the arrows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If that was a 4, this would be 1, 5. If that's a 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, actually, we don't know. Yeah, there's a sort of 1 degree of freedom in the whole panoply of arrow digits. So I don't think I can do that. No, what I was about to say that is not true, so I'm going to resist saying that. Goodness me. Okay, so where on earth do I look now then? This white dot is quite hefty, I think. It can't be a 1-2 pair. It hasn't got a 3 on it. It can't have 5 on it. So it couldn't be 4, 5, for example. It can't have 6 on it. So it's from 7, 8, 9. It must have 8 on it. Yeah, maybe there's a different... No, I don't know, but that's certainly true. So it's got 8 on it. So 8 is in one of these 3 cells in the row. And it's either got 7 or 9 on it. And this one... Oh, I don't know, you know. I'm now getting stuck again. Hang on. Hang on. I must be able to do more now. How do we do... There's a 7 down here. There's a 7 here. But I don't know whether this has got 7 on it, or if I do, I haven't appreciated why I know that. So that's basically the same. Oh, I've got it. I've got it. One of the black dots we said had to be a 1-2 pair. Well, this one can't be. It can. Well, it can. This simply cannot be 1 or 2. So this is a 1-2 pair. Ah, so 1 and 2 are there in box 1 now. So 1 and 2 are in these cells in box 4. These digits are known. They are a 4-5 pair by Sudoku. Now this row surely is where we look. 6, 8, 9 to finish it off. And that's not 6. And we've probably had... yes! Nearly. Oh, nearly. Well, remember, there's a repeater on this. And the repeater on this goes exactly there. So there's a repeated 4 or a repeated 5. On this one. It's not a repeated 4, is it? Because you can't put a 4 on the right hand side of it because of this. This is sick. This is really clever. It's phenomenal setting actually. The way all of these constraints, even when they seem not to matter, do fit together. It's a very high class puzzle this. So that this has got repeated 5 on it because it can't have repeated 4. This is therefore that 5. This is 4 because obviously whatever repeats here can't repeat within the oranges. So 4 has now appeared in orange. We can probably do lots of things with this, but I don't know what those things are yet. What is it going to be? It's interesting actually. Oh, hang on. Do we know that's 4, 8? Yes, we do, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 6. So this is 4, 8, and we know the order. So that isn't 8. 4 is in one of those cells, not that one. Can we put 4? No. That would be 4 in 2 different orange, 2 different quadruples. So this is 4. 4 is in one of those 2 cells by Sudoku. I probably ought to have focused much harder on 4s. But I also suspect that if I thought hard about which oh, I've just had another idea actually about which digits could go around the orange cells generally. I might have some joy with that. But look, green has to be in one of those three, and that must be this one. It's the only place it can go in box 4. So that is a green digit, which means there's an orange digit in one of those two cells. Now, yeah, look at that. There's an orange down here as well. And we know, yeah, we know this has got repeated 6. This had repeated 3. That's got repeated 5. So what digits are we left to put on orange? I'm going to say 7, 8 and 9 have to appear, which I think is true, along with 1 and 2. So which, yeah, so where's, okay, no, that's wrong actually. Ah, no, it's not wrong. Where's green? Where is green around an orange clue? Now, it can't go around that one. It can't go there. It can't go here because this is an orange-green pair. So it must be in one of those. So that means this is a 6, a definite 6, and a 1 or a 2 being the green digit. So that's sort of resolved, isn't it? There's definitely not an orange digit down there. This is definitely, indisputably orange. And so orange needs to find a home around. I see, but orange, why couldn't orange go there? It absolutely could, couldn't it? I think it could. I'm not sure, but I think it could. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, look, we can colour this. That's orange, that's green, using the power of this being orange. So orange is in one of those cells. Green I don't think we know about yet. I'd love to know what this digit is. 8. Oh, that's a good question. Where's 8 in this box? It's got to go there. That's just our that fair-weathered friend Sudoku. So 8 is in one of these two. Has 8 already been an orange digit? And the answer is not there. It hasn't. It can't go there. It can't go there. Yeah, it can't go here. So 8 has to appear around orange, and the only place it can go is there. That's not easy. So that's great, though, because that means the 6 is unwind in that direction. This is not 6, so this is the green digit. And we've got an extra 8, which means this is not an 8. So 8's shifted over there. And in this column, 4 and 9 need to be placed, which we can put into those cells. Now, do I know what that is? Of course I don't. I've got no clue. I've got this weird, deadly-looking pattern of greens and oranges that I guess, yeah, that's probably going to be resolved by this. Is it that somehow? 4 is in one of those 3 positions. I know what it is. I know I've just got to audit more carefully the digits I've got to put around these cells. Like, okay, where's 7? 7 has to be around an orange clue. And the only place it can go is there. So this is a 5-7 pair. I mean, I know that's fairly obvious once you focus on it, but until you do, it's not. Look at these squares now. That's a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 quadruple. So these squares are from 1, 2 and 4, because they don't include 3 according to this thingy. 1 has to be in this domino now. And now, oh, that's a shame. If we'd resolved the ordering of this, we would be in clover, wouldn't we? But we haven't done that. So now, though, these digits in the corner are a 2-3 pair, which is phenomenally exciting for the following reason. Come on, mouth. Don't have written a check your brain can't cache. Have you done that again, you naughty old puzzle? I think I have. Okay. Alright. I've got to put an orange digit around an orange clue. Where's that happening? Because it can't happen here, so it must happen there. So that's an orange. Make it fully orange. This is now definitely not orange and not 1 or 2. And now I've not put 9, I don't think, around an orange clue. So this must be a 5-9 pair. And now those digits are something. 6, 7 I'm going to claim. Oh, that is okay. I suddenly thought, why have we got yellow here? But that's okay. 6, 7. And, okay, so what digits are those then? 4, 6, 8. I'm going to write that in. That one is definitely not 8. That's 4 or 6 at the top of the column. Oh, 6 is 6 actually, because of this thing. So this is a 4-8 pair. Is this 6 doing magic for us? No. Oh no, it's not. Well, although, yeah, I've done it. Right, look, in this column now, we haven't put in, I'm going to claim 5 and 9 into those squares, but the really crucial thing is that these are meant to add up to 6, and they're now 2-4 pair. So now we know orange is a 2, and if we know orange is a 2, we know that green is a 1 wherever we see that, so we can put 2s, 2s. That one is therefore orange, that one is, you've guessed it, green, although I miscoloured it there. Now this arrow needs a 6 to add up to 8, so that's not 6, this is 6. I feel like I've put hundreds of 6s into this grid. No, they're actually still not resolved, I don't think. But surely now we're in better shape, aren't we? He says, looking around the grid somewhat desperately. 4 in this row. Is that a good question? Yes. Where's 4 in this row? It's got to be here. Can't be there because of that clue. So that's 4 and that's 1. So 1 is in one of those two positions. 2 is in one of those positions. 1 must be here, in fact. And we know that that is a green digit. That 4 is a nice digit. That's 4 and that's 8. So this isn't 8. We've got a 5, 7, 9. What looks like a chocolate teapot pattern in row 2. This digit is a 9. It can't be a 5 because of this. So that's a 5, that's a 9, that's a 9, that's a 4, that's a 4, that's a 2. That loses its colour, but not its religion. This is a... There's a 2 in one of those, there's a 2 in one of those. The 2 in this column must be at the bottom. That's just been available by basic Sudoku, but I didn't see it. Now, what do we need over here? There's no 3 in the corner. We've got 3, 7 and 9 to place. Somewhat unbelievably, that doesn't seem to be resolved. Yeah, there's a 3, 7, 8, 9 triple there, isn't there? So that corner digit can't be another 3. That's a 2. That's a 3. That's a 2. This, oh, that 9 is what's doing it. Look, now we've got a 7, 8 pair here. So that digit is known to be a 5. If that's a 7, 8 pair, this is 7. Whoops, that's a 6. So that's a 6, that's an 8, that's a 5. Therefore, this is an 8, I suppose. I don't think I should have done the magenta colouring or the indigo colouring. I find it really hard to see the digits. We've got 7 or 9 here. That's good, because that seems to be a pair in the bottom row. So this should be 5. That should be 7. 7 goes in the corner. 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 3. 5 here, 9 here. Oh, yeah, that's good. That's very good. 9, 5, 5, 7, 7, 7, boom. That is a fantastic Sudoku puzzle. Green and orange, and maybe we'll lose that. Oh, and 7s. I should have coloured 7s more diligently and uncoloured those. And that is how to solve a fantastic puzzle. Fenners, meta-unique-ish. I mean, that if you're a constructor out there and you're looking for ideas, that is a brilliant one. This whole idea, these regional constraints where you can't repeat digits on a constraint at all, or you can only repeat them on the instance that they appear, like we have got a 1 repeating here. This idea is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant, and that was a superb example, an Olympic level example. Let me know in the comments how you got on. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.